Alright, welcome back to your Don't Hub channel. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through how you can implement Expo location in your mobile application. So let's say you are building a mobile application and you like to get some geo information about the current user. That's when Expo location comes into play. And as usual, Christian will always show you the best, fastest, and easiest way of implementing features. So for this and more, let's dive into it. Alright, so I've already set up my project, and you can also do that by just typing in Expo in it and then the project name in your command terminal. And then once you run it, your project will be up and ready for you. And I'm using VS Code as my code editor, and I'm going to preview my mobile application on my physical device with the help of Expo Go. So once you are good with that, we can start. So I'm first going to run my application bundler. So I'll first open my terminal. Once I open my terminal, I'm just going to type in npm spacebar run start. Okay, and then once you press enter, this is going to run your metro bundler for you, for which it will generate some QR code for us to scan with our Expo Go. Alright, so now that our bundler is ready, we can just scan the QR code with our Expo Go. So I've already launched my Expo Go, and then I'm just going to click on scan QR code. I'm just going to scan the QR code. Right, so as you can see, it's building, and once it's done, we'll be good to go. Alright, so as you can see, we are showing some text on our physical device. Welcome to the Don't Have channel. Right, so now we'll be good to go. The first thing is to install the library. So I'm just going to create a new terminal here. So just by clicking on the plus button. Alright, and in this terminal, we are just going to type in npx spacebar expo spacebar install spacebar expo / location. Okay, so I'm always, so that is it. You can just press enter to install it for you. Okay, so how is installing, let's start with the implementation. So I'm just going to import platform here, which we are going to use it. And I'm also going to import our use state, some hooks. So from React, we are going to import use state and then use effect. Okay, so use state and then also use effect. Right, and then inside our application, I'm just going to start with the implementation. So we are going to have a location variable, and then we are going to use set location to update the location variable, and with the help of use state you can do that. So we are going to use use state, and then currently let's pass in now. We are going to do same for message, so error message. So if there is any error, we like to use the error message for that. So I'm just going to copy that, and then I'm going to replace the latter part of the set location. Oops. And then I'm just going to change this to that. All right, so you have that, and then we are going to also use the use effect here. We're going to pass in a function. Okay, then we like it to run only once, so we're just going to bring the square brackets there, and then whenever it launches, we would like to run an async function. So I'm just going to say async, and it's anonymous, so it means it doesn't have a name. Okay, and then yes, I would like it to run immediately, so I'll just bring, which comes as a promise. So I'll just now type in a couple of things here. So let's equals weight. Okay, and then we are going to so for now let's import, because the library has been successfully installed. Okay, and then once it's done installing, you have to go to your app.json, and inside your app.json you have to make sure you have this. Okay, if it doesn't update your JSON file automatically, you have to manually input this, which is plugins, and then your square brackets. You have two, then you have your location, and then all this inside it. Okay, so you have to just make sure that is being added, and then once you are done, let's come here, let's import our location. So import everything that comes as location. Okay, and then we are importing it from Expo location. All right, yeah, so back here we can now call the location, and then we have a couple of functions. So we have request foreground permission. So here we are just granting permission from the user. So and then here there are a couple of things that comes, but we would like to get the status. Okay, so if you've taken a notice, maybe like some applications that deals with notification, for instance, once immediately you launch the application, a pop-up menu appears or an alert appears, and then you are being asked to permit for the application to have access to, for instance, let's say notification or have access to pictures and all that. Okay, so here we are just requesting for permission to have access to the current location of the mobile device. Okay, so here we can just do a couple of checks. So we check whether mm, the status is equal to granted. Okay, so if it's not equal to granted, then we will do certain things. Okay, so let's say granted. Okay, so if it's not equal to granted, which is if the user doesn't permit you, we would like to set our error message to let's say permission. Let me get something that is ideal. So let's say permission permission to access location was denied. I mean, just okay. Hope I got my spellings right too. So then we just return. Okay, don't want to proceed, and then after, like once it passes this stage, it means the status was accepted. I mean, yeah, it was granted. So in that case, we will just create a variable called location, and inside that we can now get the current location of the user with the help of location again. So location, and then get current position. All right, so get current position asynchronous. Right, and then here we can now set our location to the location. I mean, so we just set the location to location. Right, yeah. I think that's it for our use effect. And then let's come down here, and I would like to handle a couple of things here as well. So you text for the initial stage, we like to set it to waiting. Okay, because it's asynchronous, and so it might take a couple of seconds to get the current location for us. Okay, so whilst it's processing it, we like to show the text which is waiting. Okay, and then if there is any error message, what we like to do is we like to set the text to error message. Okay, so error message, and then if there is no test, like there is no error, but there is a location, then we would like to set our text to location, and then we are going to use JSON. Okay, just to stringify it. Okay, so that we can show it in our text, because our text takes strings. Okay, we pass in the JSON to throw an error. So I'm just going to say location right here, and then it'll be good to go. So here I would like to change the welcome to don't have to text. Yeah. So hopefully this should work. So let's save it. Let's see. It's refreshing on our Sky device. So All right, so as you can see, we have a pop-up notification which is allows Expo Go to access your device location. Okay, so you can click on while using this app or only this time. So I'm just going to click on only this time and let's see. Boom. So we have all these stuffs in the text. Okay, so we have the coordinates, we have the accuracy, we have the longitude, we have the latitude, we have a couple of informations. We have the mock, which is set to false. We have the timestamp. Okay, so here you can just destructure it and then let's say get some other information. So for instance, we would like to get only the coordinates. So here we will tap into coords. Okay, which will fetch us only the coordinates. So let's try it again. So I'm just going to in my terminal, I'm just going to type in R to run our application again for us. Oh, sorry, I supposed to tap here. Save. Yeah, I did it A instead of S, right? So as you can see, now we are getting our coordinates, and inside our coordinates we can tap into longitude, latitude, right? We have accuracy as well. So here I would like to just tap into latitude first. So latitude. Then let's save it. Okay. So as you can see, you are getting the latitude. We can change it to longitude. Let's save it, and we are getting the longitude. Okay. So the location has a couple of information, and you can just use it or play around it. Okay. But the most important thing is now we've been able to implement it. Okay, and we are getting the geolocation informations. And I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, kindly click on the subscribe button, like this video, share the video with friends, and see you in the next one. Happy coding.